jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to win. So come on, kids, let's play on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Curry.
Thank you, James. Thank you very much. Welcome to Card Sharks. And it is indeed the young people who are playing Card Sharks all of this week and next week as we kind of celebrate the holidays with some of our young Card Sharks, and they play great. I hope you were with us yesterday. We got off to a great start. Incidentally, I did not say yesterday, and I do want to add that all the players, whether they get on or not, all the young people, there's a draw to see who gets on and who doesn't. Unfortunately, they can't get everybody on. But there are prizes galore for all of them. We'll tell you more about that as we go along. Right now, we're going to get back to business. We're going to open the board and get to those cards. Go ahead. Janice and Lois, load them in, and we'll meet our young Card Sharks. Mitch Silpa. Hi, Mitch. Nice to see you again. Mitch, again, for any new viewers, won't you remind them about you?
Okay, I'm Mitch Silpa, and I live in Encino. I go to Brentwood School. I love animals, especially dogs, and I have 2 dogs. I enjoy sports, especially tennis, swimming, and baseball, and I have a super family. And when I grow up, I wish to become either a doctor, a lawyer, or an actor.
Oh. That makes perfectly good sense to me. Why an actor, doctor, or lawyer? I mean, they don't seem to have a lot in common.
Well,
Just keeping your options open, I
yeah.
think, at this stage, right? Boy, you can sure afford to go, though. I hope you're with us because, Mitch, just one little win, one trip to the money cards, $22,400 in cash. You are a good young player. And this nice young lady is Gina Graham. Hi, Gina. Nice to see you again. And again, won't you remind us about you?
My name is Gina Graham, and I go to Magnolia Junior High, and I'm in 7th grade, and I'm 12 years old. I like to cheerlead, and I like sports, and I like to cheer for football and basketball. I like animals.
Nice to have you back, and as I mentioned to you yesterday, of course, we play the best 2 out of 3, but we play 2 matches. So Gina played the first match against Mitch. He won that one. Maybe this will be Gina's this time, right? Okay, you cut those cards?
Yes.
Let's pick up. We play the best 2 out of 3, as I mentioned, and we are in the middle of game 1 of the second match with these young people. And looking at the board, Mitch already needs only 1 card for the game. Gina up the middle, near the middle with a 9, needs 3 cards. We pick up with question 3, and it goes to Mitch. Mitch, we asked 100 high school teachers, do you have a teacher's pet? How many high school teachers admitted they do have a teacher's pet?
Well, I think that'd be pretty high because whether they realize it or not, every teacher likes a certain kid more than another one. You know, it's just human. So I think that's going to be a pretty high number, 64.
64. You are saying that teachers are human, huh?
Yes, sometimes.
Mitch says 64, Gina. What do you say, higher or lower?
I agree with Mitch. I think that every teacher has one person that they really like more than the others, or a little bit more. So I agree, and I say it's even going to be higher.
Even higher than that?
Yeah.
If it is higher, you'll play your cards. If not, it'll be Mitch with his. And, of course, we asked the teachers, so let's find out. And, Mitch, of course, anytime any of you hit it right on the head, it's a $500 bonus. The actual number of high school teachers who admitted they do have a teacher's pet is 44. Not higher, it is lower. Yeah, we asked the teachers themselves. They might not want to be able to admit that to themselves. Mitch, you got a 7.
Let's change that card.
You win the question. You can change it. A good change for the king.
Right, so lower.
If it's lower, you have the first game. Yes! Game 1 goes to Mitch. He adds another $100 to his winnings. And we will clear the board and just continue on with game 2. And Janice will deal out the same 2 decks of cards. Pardon me for turning your head there, G2T2. Next card's off the top of the deck. We start with you, Gina. Now, we asked 100 housewives. Gina, picture yourself in this one, right? 100 housewives. If your guests were in the next room waiting for their dinner, but you had just dropped the roast on the kitchen floor, would you serve it anyway? How many housewives would serve the roast they just dropped on the kitchen floor?
I think that if they have guests waiting in the other room, they don't want to say, well, I just dropped the roast, and they think they might feel a little kind of dumb or something, and then they would have to go back out to the store, buy another one, start all over. So I think they'd probably clean it off real good, and they'd serve it. So I say it'd be a pretty high number, about 60.
60. Would you do that, Gina?
It would depend.
Gina says 60 out of 100 would serve that roast.
I don't think so because if, you know, it's not really sanitary to serve it, you know. If it falls
You
on
don't
the
keep
floor.
a clean kitchen in your house, Mitch?
Yeah, well, we do, but I mean, so they'd probably serve the guests something else, you know. So I think it's going to be even lower.
Lower. They haven't bought a roast lately, have they, friends? 60 and lower. The actual number of housewives who would serve the roast they dropped on the kitchen floor is 82. It's not lower, it's higher. Oh, that's very expensive. And Gina, it worked out for you. You've got an 8.
Change that card.
Can she improve it? Yes, with a king.
Lower.
Lower than a king, a 6. Gina, I think you've had to freeze every time. You haven't been able to get 2 good ones together. Maybe she will next time, right as we take time out for this. Mitch has game 1. We're in the middle of game 2, and Gina now has a head start as she needs 3 cards with a 6. We pick up with a question to Mitch. Mitch, we asked 100 men. Think back to the first time you ever kissed a girl and tell us, were you scared? How many men admitted the first time they kissed a girl they were scared?
Well, I don't think that'd be too hot because usually they're probably they.
I don't think Mitch wants to tell us this story, friends.
Well, kissing a girl, it could be, nervous, but I don't think they'd be really scared. So I don't think that'd be too high. I think that'd be about 34.
You never told us whether you did or not, Mitch. You can hold back. That's your right. Mitch says 34 out of 100 said they were scared, Gina.
I think it's going to be higher because you have to remember men used to be boys, and, they would be scared. I think they would. So I think it's going to be higher.
Most men still are, Gina, as a matter of fact. The actual number of men who admitted the first time they kissed a girl they were scared is 60. It's higher. Gina's right. Gina, you've got a 6.
Change that 6.
And the 6 becomes a 9.
Lower.
Lower than a 9. Yes, a 2.
Higher.
Higher than a 2. A 4.
Higher.
You can tie up the match if it's higher. She does. Gina ties it up. And now she has $100. That's nice. So we will set up for the tiebreaker, and we'll deal out just 3 cards up there. 3 questions here, and a good match with a couple of very nice young people comes down to this. Gina, we asked 100 third graders. Have you ever tried to fool the tooth fairy by using the same old tooth over and over again? How many third grade... I'm sorry for giving you ideas out there, youngsters. How many third graders admitted they have tried to fool the tooth fairy by using the same tooth over and over?
Well, the tooth fairy usually takes the teeth, I think. I don't know. Usually my tooth fairy took all the teeth. And probably the tooth fairy wouldn't give them back. And so You
got a smart tooth fairy in your family, Gina.
I think that it's going to be a pretty low number. I'd say about 20.
20 out of 100 third graders have used the same tooth over and over, Mitch.
I don't think that too many would because in 3rd grade, most of them know that there really isn't such thing as a tooth fairy because I always knew that my parents...
There isn't?
There isn't.
I thought for a while my son had 212 teeth. That's what... Well, Gina says 20 out of 100 have used the same one over and over again, Mitch.
Well, 20... I think it's going to be even a little bit lower.
Even lower than that?
Yeah.
He's very firm. Everybody said, oh, but he's sticking to it lower. The actual number of third graders who've tried to fool the tooth fairy by using the same tooth over and over is 17, and he's right. It is lower. And Mitch starts off the tiebreaker with a king.
Oh, good card. Let's go lower.
Lower than a king, a 6.
Right. Higher.
If this is higher, Mitch goes for the big money again. No, it's not higher. It's the same. Gina is still in it. She has a 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10. No, a jack is not lower. Janice will fill in the spaces. It's question 2 to Mitch. Mitch, we asked 100 men. If you had been born a woman, would you have been satisfied to be a housewife? How many men said if they had been born a woman, they would have been satisfied to be a housewife?
I don't think that'd be too high because a housewife is a pretty boring job, even though it's a lot of work.
Glad you added that about the work, Mitch.
It is a lot of work. So I don't think that'd be too high. I think that'd be about 22.
22 out of 100 men said if they had been born a woman, they would have been happy being a housewife, Gina.
Well, I think that they're going to say that they would so that their wives wouldn't complain because they know they're a man, so why should they have to worry about it? So I think it's going to be... Wait, repeat that again. Which one?
How many men said if they had been born a woman, they would have been satisfied to be a housewife?
I think it's going to be higher.
Higher than that?
Yes, higher.
The actual number of men who said had they been born a woman, they would have been satisfied to be a housewife is 24. By 2, it is higher.
Change the 10.
And a big change with just 3 cards up here, a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. A 6.
Higher!
If it's higher, Gina gets a crack at the big money. She does! Gina comes back to win 2 in a row. Well, Mitch, we're going to say so long for now, but you're going to come back later on with all of our young people. You're not leaving us too bad. In addition to all the other prizes, you're going to get $22,500 in cash. Thank you, Mitch. See you a little later. Gina, come on down here with me. Gina, congratulations. Gina has $200, and she's going to try to maybe win $22,000. We're going to do that right now, or are we going to wait? We going to go to a commercial, or are we going to come back? We are. Okay, we'll go to a commercial, then we'll come back and give Gina a crack at the big money. You were going to applaud. Wait a minute, I'm going to get down here. You were going to applaud. You don't have to applaud. They're applauding for you. They're here now to root you on. Did you cut the money cards?
Yeah.
All right. There's a lot of money up there, so we don't want you to do it by yourself. We're going to bring your mother out here right now.
Right.
Okay? Here comes Lynn Graham. Hello there, Lynn. You have a lovely daughter. You going to give her a hand? Yes. Let's get over and play those money cards. Come on, Gina and Lynn. The Grahams, go for some money. Now, those cards that you cut during the commercial are sitting there waiting as Janice and Lois start dealing them out. Give you $200 of new money, 3 cards to bet as you will on one level. Up to the second level, we add another $200 and 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet where you must risk at least half. Now, you found out yesterday there is a lot of money up there, so be very careful. And again, to give you every opportunity, if you get a tie, we just carry the bet over. You don't lose. Here's $200. And you can change your base card on each level if you need to. Oh, look what we're going to start them off with. Isn't that nice, friends? $8,040. Would you get that back to $200? All righty, can we get that back to $200 now? We'll do it right now. Okay, that's the $200 you're supposed to have, and here we go with the cards you're going to get. Gina, you start with a queen.
100 lower.
$100. Remember, pay attention to Mommy, too. There's a lot of money here. $100, half of it lower. She's right. 300 and a 6.
$50 higher.
Minimum bet, doesn't like that. Higher? Oh, and for $50, you buy a great card.
Higher.
For $500, this is higher, yes. Nicely done. Held back on a bad one and got what you needed for $500. We'll move up to 9.
Change that card.
You've got $700, and you can change it. Another 9. Be careful.
$50 lower.
Minimum bet, lower than a 9. What a better card, $650 and a queen.
200 lower.
$200 lower than a queen. Yes, with a 3.
750 higher.
Oh, let's see a real big one. $750 higher. That's high enough. $1,600, and we move up the worst card in the deck.
Change that card.
Oh, let's see a good one. Didn't get a good change before. For the big bet, a 7. Now, you must bet at least $800. You have $1,600 and a 7.
800 higher.
This would be very nice money if this card is higher than a 7. Is it there? Yes! For $2,400 in cash. All right. Very nice. Cards weren't too good. You played them beautifully. Gina, give me a kiss. You did well. Thank you for your help. So, with the 200 in the game, you've got $2,600. Not bad.
No, that's great.
We'll see you a little bit later for the prizes with all the young people, okay?
Okay.
And we'll have 2 more young card sharks to come out to play 2 matches right after this. I thank you, Gino. Well, that's kind of nice. 2 matches, and each of our young people got a chance to win some money. Maybe it'll happen again. Again, we're going to play 2 matches as we deal out 2 brand new decks of cards and meet our next 2 young card sharks. First of all, we have Kurt Lance. Hi, Kurt. Nice to see you. Won't you tell us about you, sir?
My name is Kurt Lance, and I go to Whitney Community Learning Center. I have 3 sisters, a mother and a father, and I like to go motorcycle riding.
You look like an athlete, Kurt. Yeah? Is it tough to ride motorcycles?
Kind of.
Yeah, I imagine.
Just don't like hitting cliffs.
No, hitting cliffs is not good. I always heard that with motorcycle. First, you don't hit a cliff. Then you're okay from there. You relax now. You're comfortable, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, you guess. I hope this young lady is comfortable. This is Della Thompson. Hi, Della. Nice to meet you. And won't you tell us about you?
My name is Della Thompson, but my friends call me Dee Dee. I go to school in Gardena. I'm 14 years old. I have a mother, a father, 3 sisters, 1 brother, a sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and a niece. And I love things to skate, like skateboards and roller skating and ice skates. And my best friend's a teddy bear.
Your best friend is a teddy bear?
Yeah.
Oh. How did your best friend come to be a teddy bear?
Because every time I get a new best friend, I change the teddy bear's name to that best friend's name, and I talk to it, and it answers me back sometimes.
Yeah? And it's kind of like talking to your friend. Huh?
Yeah.
Nice to have you here, Dee Dee and Kurt. Now, as I said, you can relax. We're going to play 2 matches, so someone might get 2 cracks at the money cards. You might each get a turn, all right?
Okay.
Have fun. We want you to have a good time. We're celebrating the holidays with you good people. Here we go. And, of course, you cut those cards, did you not?
Yeah.
Okay. Kurt, we start with you. We had a coin toss to decide who plays red and who plays blue. Kurt, we asked 109-year-old girls, when it comes to nagging your dad, does your mom do a really good job? How many 9-year-old girls said when it comes to nagging dad, their mom does a really good job?
Well, I think when they're 9-year-olds, their mom thinks that they're young enough, so they don't really care when their mom's nagging them. So I think they would feel that she does a really good job because I don't think.
Or nagging dad, that is, right?
Yeah, I don't think they would really know what really good nagging is. So I think they would think that it was really good nagging.
So how many do you think say their mom does a good job nagging?
62.
62.
Okay.
I get the feeling Kurt grades nagging there. Della, what do you think, higher or lower?
I think that it'll be a little bit higher because 9-year-olds, they always think that their mother does everything right. And then, they see
Even nagging.
Even nagging. They see their mother doing something to their father and stuff, and they say, ooh, maybe I can get away with this, or maybe I can do it too. So I think it's higher.
Ah, way to go. Way to nag, Mom. 62 and higher. The actual number of 9-year-old girls who said that when it comes to nagging their dad, their mom does a really good job is 57, just a little lower. Kurt, you got it. Both of them were around the right answer. Kurt comes out on top and starts with a 7.
Ooh, bad card. Change it.
And he can change it, winning the question. A good change.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. Yes, a 6.
Ooh, freeze.
And we'll move over to the freeze bar. And Della, your first question. Della, a book about, interesting, going to a young lady. A book about England's Prince Charles claims that he makes the women he dates walk 3 steps behind him and call him sir, even in private. So we asked 100 single women, would you date a man who demanded that you treat him like that? How many single women said they would date a man?
No,
They'll
I
walk
think
behind
that's
him and call him
pretty
sir.
low. That's pretty low. Some would, because it's the prince and everything, but I don't think that many today would, especially in America, because, America's supposed to be the land of the free and everything, so they don't have to do that and stuff. So I think it's pretty low. It's like 9.
9 young ladies said they would do that.
I would say lower because I know if I told some girl to do that, they would say bye-bye.
So even lower than that. The actual number of single women who said they would date a man who made them walk behind him and call him sir is 7. You're right, Kurt. It is lower. Kurt has it.
Change it.
And Kurt can now get rid of that 6 with a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. No, another queen is not lower. And over here in the main game, it must be lower. Della, you got a free chance at a 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 3. A 6.
Higher.
Risking it. And no, the risk did not pay off. Janice will fill in the spaces. Question 3 goes to you, Kurt. Kurt, we asked 100 7th graders. According to Dr. Seuss, who stole Christmas? How many 7th graders knew that, according to Dr. Seuss, it was the Grinch who stole Christmas?
Well, I think that would be a pretty low number. No, I think it'd be a pretty high number because they're really interested into the fairy tales of Grinch, maybe. So I think they would know, so it would probably be 75.
75 out of 100 of those 7th graders knew it was the Grinch.
I think it's even higher because, when you're in the 7th grade, you're always watching TV, and the story, the Grinch Who Almost Stole Christmas, I mean, that's on TV every year. So I'm sure almost all of them knew, so I think it's even higher.
Even higher than the 75. Well, the actual number of 7th graders who knew that, according to Dr. Seuss, the Grinch stole Christmas is 68, not higher. It's a little bit lower.
Lower!
And Kurt wants to play that queen. He right away says lower. And no, an ace is not lower. Again, Della with a break and a 3.
All right, higher.
Higher than the 3, a queen.
Lower.
Lower than the queen, a 5.
Higher.
Risking it higher, a 10. And as we move over the freeze bar, Della needs 1 card for the first game. We'll be right back right after this.
She's magnetic.
I loved it.
She's motivating.
Did you know how smart Liz is?
She's moody.
Hurry up.
She's musical.
I want to live in America.
She's mom.
You're doing good, mister.
And she's money.
Just give her wanted $1 million.
She's Meredith Vieira, the maven who brought new Moxie to millionaire.
I know.
Watch Meredith Vieira on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire tonight at 8, 7 Central, only on GSN.
I want to play too. Let's play.